Hi CCC family, today we're going to learn how to make the feather stitch. This is great for a blanket, it's great for bags, it's really great for placemats, anything you can think to make. This feather stitch looks beautiful and it's really easy. I would definitely consider this beginner friendly. Okay, so you can use any yarn, any hook size that you want for this. And the only rule that you need to remember when you're beginning this is that you want to end up with an odd number of stitches for your chain. That means you're going to start out with an even number because you're going to be working into the second chain from the hook. So for instance, if you start with 20, then you'll end up with 19, which is what you want to do. Okay, so we've got our starting chain. We're going to be working into the second chain from the hook, and into the second chain we're going to make a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the second chain from the hook, pull up, you have 3 loops, go through all 3 loops. And you're just going to keep half double crocheting all the way down, and this is just the base stitch for the feather stitch. Okay, so now we're getting to our last half double crochet. You want to make sure you don't miss that last one. Then you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work. And into that first stitch right under the chain 1, you're going to work a half double crochet and then you're going to chain 1. Then you're going to skip your next stitch, go into the next after that, do a half double crochet and chain 1, and again skip a stitch, go into the next, half double crochet and then chain 1, and again skip your next stitch, go into the next, half double crochet, chain 1. You're going to do that all the way down and you should end on a half double crochet. Okay, so now we're nearing the end here. We need to put a half double crochet in this last stitch. It can be hard to find, so turn your work on its side so that you can see that last V. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And now is when we're really going to start working on our feather stitch. In this first stitch right under the chain 1, you're going to put a half double crochet and then chain 1. You're going to do that for every round. Now I want you to go into this space right here and yarn over and pull up a loop, but don't go through anything. Then I want you to do the same thing in the missed stitch from our previous round. Pull up, then go into the next space, yarn over and pull up a loop. Then you have 7 loops on your hook, go through all 7 loops and chain 1. And you're going to repeat that. Go into your next space that you were just putting your last stitch into and pull up. Go down to the stitch from below that you missed, pull up. Go into the next, pull up. You have 7 loops. Go through all 7 loops and chain 1. And again, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up. Go into that missed stitch, pull up. Go into the next and pull up. Go through all 7 loops, chain 1. So you're going to keep doing that all the way down, yarn over, go into this next space, the one you just last worked into, and then you're going to see, I just want to show you this missed stitch from below. You're going to see that it's empty, and that's the one that you want to work into. I just wanted you to see that and pull up. Go into your next space, pull up, go through all 7 loops, chain 1. And again, yarn over, go into the next space, go into the missed stitch from below, yarn over, go into your next space, go through 7 loops, chain 1. And this will be your last one for this row, so pull up, then go down to the missed stitch, pull up, and then you're going to have this little space on the end you're going to work into, go through all 7 and chain 1. Then what you're going to do is in this last stitch of the round here, if you turn it over on its side, you'll see the V. I want you to put 1 half double crochet there. And that's how you end the row. Then, and you do that for each one. Then you chain 1 and turn your work. Then you're going to half double crochet and chain 1 into this first stitch here. And then you're going to yarn over again and go into the space right here under where we just did that half double crochet. Go into that space, pull up a loop, go into the space below and pull up a loop, go into your next space and pull up a loop. So just pay attention to where you see I'm putting my hook, and then chain 1. Go into your next space, pull up, go into this little hole you see below, pull up, and go into the next space and pull up. You have 7 loops, go through all 7 loops and chain 1. And when you're doing this, you're going to see that these spaces you need to work into are very obvious. If they're not, you may be working too tightly, or you might be using too small of a hook. So if you do have trouble finding all of this, use a bigger hook and work more loosely. So go through all 7 loops, chain 1, and again go into the space you were just working into, yarn over, pull up, go into that little space below, yarn over, pull up, go into the next, yarn over and pull up. You have 7 loops, go through all 7 and chain 1. Okay, and now we're on our last one here. You're going to go right into there just like you've been doing, pull up a loop, go into the space below, pull up a loop, and in this little space at the end, you might need to move it over with your fingernail. You're going to do your last loop, pull through, and do a chain 1. And then you see right there, you need to put a half double crochet in that last stitch. Chain 1 and turn, and then you'll just keep repeating this process over and over again. Go into the first stitch, do a half double crochet, chain 1, go back into your space right there, pull up a loop, go into the space below, pull up a loop, go into the next space, pull up a loop, go through all 7 loops, and chain 1. So just keep doing that. Remember to look for that little space at the end that you need to work into. Move over your finger if you need to find it. And then make sure to put a half double crochet at the end. Like I said, this is really easy, lots of fun. And if you need any help, don't hesitate to ask. You can find me in the comments section below on YouTube, obviously, but you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, which is in the description box, and I have some great beginner videos. See you soon. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.